everybody, I am continuing with the no lead ink tutorials to try to help you. If you have not watched my previous videos on collecting comma splices and fused sentences, punctuating themos, which is an acronym, at the beginning of a sentence, and punctuating themos in the middle of a sentence especially, you should go back and watch those videos because they are helpful and will keep you from getting frustrated. You might want to even take a few notes so that you can save yourself frustration and get through these a little bit faster. Remember, there are 5 lessons, each one's worth 2 points. So I'm going to click on punctuating swabbies at the beginning of a sentence. There is a lesson that you can click on, and you guys should, because it tells you when there is a swabby at the beginning of a sentence, you wait till the end of the clause and then you put a comma. Like the B in swabby is because I felt hungry, I made a sandwich. And there would be a comma after hungry. So I'm going to click on Quiz Me and I'm going to show you a couple of these. Hopefully you'll have success with it. The S is since, W could be when or while, A could be although, B because, and I if. Whenever Michael B. Jordan's friends sleep over at our house, they leave a big mess. Now, if you look, the W in swabby is when or whenever. So whenever Michael B. Jordan's friends sleep over at our house, they leave a big mess. Notice this is divided into 2 clauses. We have a dependent and an independent. So we need to put a comma between the 2 clauses. Do you know where you would put it? I'm going to go ahead and put it after house. Notice we have an independent clause. They leave a big mess. That could be its own sentence. And then we have a dependent clause. Whenever Michael B. Jordan's friends sleep over at our house. So I'm going to submit the answer. The next one, because F. Scott Fitzgerald accidentally left the back door open, the cat got out of the house and ran around the yard. Now we know that the semicolon is not right because there is because here, so we're going to replace it with a comma. The trick is when you have a phrase at the beginning of a clause, at the beginning of the sentence, you need to put a comma there. So you can look at this. It's a dependent clause, then an independent clause. That's known as a complex sentence. Remember, we have 4 sentence types: simple, compound, complex, compound, complex. So I'm going to hit submit. As long as Charlize Theron wants to cook me delicious meals, I will go to her house and eat them. Now you need to think about where the pause is. So as I'm reading this, where is the spot where I am pausing? As long as Charlize Theron wants to cook me delicious meals, I will go to her house and eat them. So I put the comma after meals. I have a dependent clause and an independent clause. This might actually be easier than the previous lesson. As long as J.J. Watt has a sunburn, I need to keep putting aloe on his back. Okay, so as long as J.J. Watt has a sunburn, comma, I need to keep putting aloe on his back. Notice we have a dependent clause, then an independent clause. This is a complex sentence. The reason why you don't put a period is because that's not a complete sentence, as long as J.J. Watt has a sunburn. Same way with the semicolon. It's not a complete sentence, so we don't use it. I hope maybe you're taking a few notes so that you can do well with this. So I'm going to hit submit, and let's do one more. After Malala, ooh, that's our friend Malala from the reading. After Malala Yousafzai plays a baseball game, I refuse to give her a hug until she's showered. Okay, notice we have a dependent clause, we have an independent clause, and it's separated with a comma. So that is correct. Okay, so this lesson seems like a breeze after the difficult last one. So hopefully you'll do well with this. As always, email me if you have any questions. It should be able to take you back to this if you get off of it and get back on. But just to be on the safe side, if you want to open up more than one tab and write me an email if you're in the middle of something and have a question, that'd be good. Thanks, guys. Have fun.